This simulation was a great way to put into practice everything we've studied and learned about in this past year. After a semester of reading and learning so much about international marketing and digging into both informational readings and learning about real life scenarios, this simulation allowed us to test what we learned and be put in the shoes of one of these companies looking to enter a new foreign market. One of the biggest takeaways from the class came from learning about real life companies' mistakes in entering the wrong market or not understanding the consumer base they were trying to market to. So going in, I knew the single biggest and most important decision to make is which market to enter. However, while that is a key decision, the success will come from understanding the consumer in the market and then making decisions on advertising, product choice, and distribution channels that will best capitalize off the consumers in the market. This is all easier said than done, although I think our team did a good job with it. We didn't know exactly what we were getting into to start, so we played it safe and decided we will make our adjustments in later rounds based off the results we saw. Because of this, we could have been considered a reactionary company that waited to see how things played out before making major moves. But for us, it ended up working well. We ended up top 3 in all the major measures of final results. And one of the biggest things I leave this exercise reflecting on is whether or not it's better to be a first mover or a second mover in a new market. Obviously, in order to take a hold in a new market, especially in a foreign country, risks have to be taken in order to establish the company's brand in that new market. But big moves could sink a company from the start if they don't hit. For us, we started cautiously and decided to change things like the price and the product offerings in each market depending on what we saw wasn't working. So the only thing I think we could have done differently was to make bolder decisions earlier, like starting with higher prices or taking a chance on a different product. But overall, our strategy of waiting and reacting worked pretty well, so I don't think I would change it and take many risks if we had to do this simulation again. Of course, I changed a few minor things a second time that just come from getting to know and get familiar with the simulation. And overall, I enjoyed this project and how it took everything we learned into account and put it into a real life or decision making simulation about international marketing. And it was a cool way to get and put everything we learned into action.